Correctly with the correct amount.
D20 Radio, where gamers roll.
www.d20radio.com.
So, Crispy, tell me what this Minecraft thing is that you constantly are playing every time I'm trying to get in contact with you.
It's a soul-sucking demon from the bowels of hell that will slowly but surely eat your free time away.
We know that, but you're constantly always like, I'm playing Minecraft. Not talking to Trash Glover, and,
So, yeah, I did apologize to her, my last email to her. But, this game, it just, like, it came out last year. And it's this Swedish guy who was a games developer. He basically quit his day job and is like, okay, I'm gonna make an independent game. That's what I'm gonna start my own studio. And he released the alpha for like $10. It's like €13, but it ends up being like $9.99.
Yeah.
For us or something, or the other way around. And he sold like over 700,000 copies. So now he's a friggin' millionaire.
Yeah.
Just off this game, because he makes it all himself, so he gets all the revenue.
Right.
Now he started his own office building and stuff. But basically, it's a game where you go and you build. And you know, there are monsters. It's all medieval themed. You know, there are like farm animals and trees and caves, and you can build swords and armor. But the world is infinite. And so, you know, you get this huge expansive world that can be up to, I think, like 16 times the surface area of the Earth. And it just randomly generates itself, and you'll be walking along, and it'll generate a mountain that has like a lava fall coming out of it.
Wow.
Or a waterfall, or lava pits underground, and you can go and you can like go into the underworld and mine out. Everything is built with blocks, so they're all these meter cube blocks. So you have like it's 3 foot on a side, and everything. It kind of looks like an old video game. I guess the best way to describe it is like Zelda mixed with SimCity. Yeah, that's probably the best way. But I don't know, like every night almost I'm playing this game, and I'm just like we're working on a castle right now. We have a LAN server running between me and my roommate. We get on Skype and play, but like I built a castle made of glass. Like you can't find glass, but you can go and you can get like you can get sand, and then you can smelt the sand in a furnace, and it makes glass blocks, and you can build stuff with that. And if the glass breaks, you don't get it back. And it's just he keeps adding them. Like right now, it's an alpha. In about a week, it's gonna go to beta. And if you do buy it now, in alpha, you still pay the 10 or 13 or whatever it is,
right?
And you get all future releases for free. So everything that he does, you know, you'll get the beta for free, you'll get the final version for free, you'll get all the major upgrades for free, just because you bought it. And I think what he wants to do is, anytime you buy it, you get future versions from that point on, but the price is going to steadily increase.
Oh, I see. So get in on it now, or, you know, before it's too late.
Yeah, definitely. He's got multiplayer running, and it's... I don't know, I've started playing it in March. And, you know, I go and I filled one of my bases in one of my worlds with TNT, like 700 cubic meters of TNT. It's an impressive hole. It's such a... Like, I went underground and stuff, and if you stack TNT on top of each other, the explosions stack. So it'll set off the other TNTs. Mm-hmm. And, like, it took me a couple hours to do, but it was impressive, the amount of damage it did. And you can go and you can build like gates to hell, and like you can don't go into the Nether, which is hell basically, because you'll die, and if you die, you lose all your stuff, and if you fall in lava and die, you all your stuff is gone forever because it melts.
So is it like crappy Zelda graphics, or is it like cool graphics?
they're not. He wanted to like for the alpha. He had the really blocky graphics. And I think the original plan was he's going to put better graphics in, but I think people liked it so much that he decided to keep it.
I see.
And everything is just made of blocks. It's
so it's kind of cheesy in a way.
It's a little cheesy, but it looks cool. It's got like its own visual touch, and it's medieval themed.
So
like you
very retro feeling.
Yeah, definitely. It feels like a game from the 90s. It looks like a game from the 90s, which I like. Cause
probably even earlier if it's blocky. It's probably like the 80s more like it.
Nah, I'd say still 90s. Like, kind of reminds me of. Certain places they remind me of like Star Wars Dark Forces. If you ever played that, it was like a Doom Star Wars game.
Yeah, I played that. Yep.
Yeah, you played Kyle Katarn. Got that off Steam a couple months ago back. All the Kyle Katarn games were on sale for like $5 for all of them.
They don't even work anymore on my computers at all.
They work on mine. You need to get DOSBox.
Oh yeah, that's right. The emulator. Yeah.
Turns out Steam has it built in.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah, I think they're still on sale actually. But it's the Dark Forces pack. But yeah, I don't know. I start up Minecraft and we'll be playing and like I'll be like, oh, I should go to bed here in like half hour. I'll look at the clock again. I'd be like, oh, I should have went to bed an hour ago. It's like, but it just felt like 10 minutes. But I don't know. It's great. You go and you dig and you build and you survive. Basically, because monsters are a lot stronger than you.
And how do you fight the monsters and stuff? By building stuff to kill them, or
swords? Yeah, you can make swords and axes and pickaxes and.
Do you amass an army, or is just you fighting things?
It's just you, unless you have friends, which makes the game a lot easier if you have friends. Except for there's one enemy called the Creeper. The Creeper is the worst enemy in any game I've ever played. It's this. I want to say it's like a plant thing. It's it's weird looking. It's got like 4 legs, and it travels around on them, but it's completely silent. And so like you'll be building, or you'll be underground exploring, and all of a sudden you'll hear, and then boom, and it explodes and. Basically, it messes your stuff up.
Nice. So what's the name is Minecraft? What's the .com to get this?
You can go to Minecraft.net, and he has I think he still has a free version, but it's not as good as the alpha. If you're gonna play, get the alpha. It's worth it.
But it'd be worth it to maybe just check it out on the free one.
Yeah, check it out on the free one. Like it's not as good. Try to do I think it's Minecraft Classic. It's classic mode, but survival mode is where it's at. Creative mode is okay. I've seen some really impressive stuff. People have built like starships, like I saw the Enterprise.
Wow.
Somebody built the Earth. Like they took and built the Earth.
Like actual like size?
No, I think it was a scale model.
Oh. That's
but
not
still
impressive.
huge.
So. Yeah, it's not that very impressive. So, no, I'm kidding.
Well, everything is a square, and they got it to be pretty round, so that's kind of impressive.
Well, yeah. If they can make it round on square game, yeah.
But there's like there's mod support, so you can get mods. Like I use a texture pack called the Painterly pack, and it makes it look a little bit more fancy.
Oh, I see. You can add little add-ons.
Yeah, you can add little tweaks. You can, there's programs that'll like draw maps and show you where resources are, so it'll make it a little bit easier. There's an inventory editor, which is how I filled my base with TNT. I've stopped using that though because it's like, all right, if I keep doing this, I'm never gonna build anything again. I want to play Minecraft right.
You were just basically blowing crap up.
I was just blowing stuff up. I would give myself an infinite amount of TNT, and just fill places with it.
But it's so much fun to like just blow crap up.
It really is. Except like I said, the explosions stack, so if you don't get far enough away, you're gonna kill yourself.
That was like half the fun of playing SimCity, was creating a society and just doing like the Wrath of God on it.
Yeah.
And watching all the people like, ah! and they all run away.
Yeah, it was definitely I had friends over to watch me do it, so we just we BS'd while I filled the base, and then finally they're like, "No, you need to get further away before you do that." And then, I think it took a couple minutes for my computer to process everything.
Nice.
But then when it did, there's just this huge hole. I blew a hole in the ocean a little bit further away. That was pretty cool. So now the ocean, it goes flat and then just sinks in one point.
Is this like an interactive world that everybody shares, or this is just your world?
This is just, well, it depends on what you're doing. If you're playing on a multiplayer server, that's everyone's world who plays on the server. If you're playing just by yourself, it's your world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I definitely say multiplayer is a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Especially, if you get on Skype, because you can communicate a little more easy, or Ventrilo, whatever.
Blah. People still use that?
I've never used Vent.
I thought with Skype people stopped using Vent.
No, I think Vent can handle more people easier. Because I know Skype, if you get more than like 8 people, it starts to kind of crap out.
I remember using Vent back in the day playing games online.
Yeah,
that and
people still do.
TeamSpeak.
I remember TeamSpeak.
TeamSpeak worked a little bit better because it was such an easier interface to use.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds really cool.
Vent, don't you have to pay for Vent, though? If you have a server?
No, you can set up a free server for Vent.
Huh.
You can set up a free server for either one, and you just have to give the connection out, that's all.
Because I never... Well, I played World of Warcraft, but only for like 4 hours. That's the extent of my World of Warcraft playing. I played it, I killed some, like, tigers or sheep or something, and then I was like, this is not as fun as Diablo 2.
Did Diablo 3 ever come out?
No, they pushed it back for WoW Cataclysm.
Oh, that's smart, yeah. Do you see how many copies that thing sold?
No, I don't even check up on... I'm poor now, so like I can't buy myself stuff.
3.3 million copies in 24 hours.
That's a lot. Wow.
That was the last... Was the Lich King was the last one? That was 2.8 million. This is even further in.
Yeah, well, that's cool that it's cool that they're bringing in more stuff, and congratulations to Blizzard, but, where the hell is Diablo 3? I've been waiting 10 years for that game. Quit yanking my chain, Blizzard. And from what I've heard about Diablo 3, this is the Diablo 3 podcast now.
Yes.
I hear it's not going to be as good. It's less Diablo feeling than it should be. So I'm looking out for Torchlight 2. Torchlight 2? Yeah, did you play the first Torchlight?
I don't remember it offhand now.
Okay. Go download Steam. Go buy Torchlight. It's like $5. It's very cheap. They have specials on it all the time. You could maybe get it through some back channels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
It's just put a bleep over that. But yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's all the guys who left Blizzard after Diablo 2. They went and made their own game studio called Mythic Studios. I think that's the name of the studio. And they made a dungeon crawling game called Torchlight that is like, it's fantastic. It's really laid back, very easy, tons of mod support.
Yeah, I'm looking at the website right now, torchlightgame.com.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really fun. Torchlight doesn't have online multiplayer, though, which is, in this day and age, of a letdown. But Torchlight 2 is going to have it, so that's what I'm waiting for. Because I was going to play Diablo 2 again when they reset the ladders, but it's too late now.
Oh, I hated playing Diablo 2 because everybody used to hack it and they used to... Ugh.
Yeah. Well, that's why you go to, like, I think it's like Diablo 2 LSD or LDS or something like that. Latter-day Saints.
Latter-day Saints? What?
I don't know. But if you go there, you can sell your items for Forum Gold, and that translates to, like, big money in-game. The more Forum Gold you have, the more you can actually trade it for and get really good stuff at auctions.
I'm looking at the screenshots of this game. It looks exactly like Diablo.
Yeah, like Diablo 3 is looking a little too colorful. It's like, I don't know, the palette is weird. It's got that weird, like, neonish palette that World of Warcraft uses. But it's got like those weird, like, pinks and greens. I don't know. I was never a fan of World of Warcraft.
This is really cool looking because it's kind of cartoonish looking in a sense too.
Yeah, it is a little cartoonish. But it's like it's voice acted, and there's a story behind it. You can retire your character. Like if you're playing one type of character and you get so far, you can retire them, and then your next character will get better stuff.
Yeah.
So you can keep adding on. And it's got achievements and stuff if people are into that.
Well, I was speaking of Diablo 2 when I was at the store looking around and stuff. I saw it was a used bookstore here we have. It's not really that great of a bookstore, but it happened to have some gaming stuff, and they had Diablo 2 the RPG.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
I've seen Diablo 2 the RPG. Yeah, I didn't. WotC made it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was $5, and it had everything in the box.
That's not bad.
As if nobody ever played it, so I picked it up.
There you go. Cheap RPGs is always good.
I mean, I don't care. I don't care that it's 3rd edition rules, but I think it's cool because it's like a little mini game that you can play.
Yeah, I know. The comic book shop that I usually go to in Henderson, which is like, it's like a suburb of Vegas. It's basically its own town, but it's part of Vegas. They had the Warcraft 3.5 RPG.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't. That's weird. Like, why don't you just play World of Warcraft? Why play the tabletop version?
Wasn't White Wolf? Didn't they do that, or was that no? That was EverQuest. They did.
I don't know. I was never into I'm not like a big MMO player.
No, I am.
I'd rather play. I'd rather play D&D or a role playing game instead of.
You know what?
I had this conversation with a friend the other day. It's like, why do I want to go and do the same quest that everyone else is doing and not have any impact at all on the game world? Like, what's the point of playing that? Why don't I just play Mega Man or Final Fantasy? Well, it's social. Who cares? You're just doing the same thing over and over again. Oh, we're gonna raid this dungeon. We're gonna do a run through this place. It's like, just go play D&D. Don't. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. Especially, you buy the game and then you don't get to play the game. You have to buy a monthly subscription.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of them are free now. Yeah,
the free RPGs, they've been around for a while. I think they're getting better now, though.
Well, like I'm playing Warhammer Online.
That's free now?
Yeah, it's free now. And it's actually pretty badass, so.
I hear the Warhammer RPG is really good. Yeah, the MMO.
It's like, because I played WoW, EverQuest, all those other games for years. This plays a lot like WoW, but it's a lot more fun to play.
Yeah, I know Lord of the Rings Online was supposed to go free. I don't know if it has yet or though. And DDO went free.
Yeah, DDO went free
last year.
And they just updated it, so now the graphics are like realistically like proportioned and looks retarded.
That's DDO or Lord of the Rings?
DDO. Lord of the Rings was horrible. I tried that when they had the free demo. I was like, this sucks.
I was going to play it with some 2nd edition friends. Because I never get this. Like, our 2nd edition games pretty much stagnated. Which sucks, because I had fun. But, so yeah, they were all playing Lord of the Rings Online. I was thinking about getting it, but I never did.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and I have friends who play DDO, but it's Eberron.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Eberron.
Well, they're supposedly going to be coming out with another D&D game sometime eventually.
Is it? It's probably going to be based off 4th edition.
They haven't really said. I know, who was it? Atari was doing it again, so. So who knows what'll happen.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be good. Probably just, like the main argument against 4th edition is it's World of Warcraft on paper. So maybe they'll take World of Warcraft off paper, and put it back in the realm of World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I never understood why they made. See, I don't understand. They made the World of Warcraft RPG, which everyone was like, "Oh, this is stupid," and then they came out with D&D 4th Edition, which is the same thing almost.
Yeah, I mean, with your powers and your at wills and your encounter, I don't know. It's weird. It's basically you have recharge times.
Yeah,
from when you can, because
it's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, an encounter is only gonna last 5 rounds. I mean,
not some of the encounters I've heard.
Oh yeah, because you have all your interrupt attacks and your like movement actions. Like, you have these attacks that you do this and then you force your opponent to move, and then if you move them through a square, someone will get an interrupt, which is an attack of opportunity. Basically, I think it's I think they call it an opportunity action now.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they just switched the words around. So I have heard that 4th edition battles drag.
Yeah, I was listening to an actual play podcast for 4E. I don't like the rules. I'm not listening to the rules. I just listen to it because the people are very entertaining. They're good. They're really funny. And they're actually part of another podcast I listen to that's involved with comic books. But they're really entertaining. And they had an actual play podcast for 4th edition. And one of them was like an hour and a half. And it was just the same battle.
Huh.
It was just the same encounter. There was no breaks. It was just the same encounter. That's how long it took. And then at the hour and 10-minute mark, they cut it off, and they said, "Stay tuned next week." You know how we kind of do it.
Yeah.
And the battle was still going on for another like 40 minutes in the next episode.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it wasn't like a war kind of battle. It was like just an encounter, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an encounter. It was the 4 players, and it was like 5 or 6 baddies.
Huh. See, that's weird. I really prefer the older editions when it comes to mass battles, just because it runs faster.
Well, yeah, because you don't have to sit there and go, I take my move, I activate this power, and then what do you think I should do? This cleave, or this, or that?
Yeah. And I've had some 3rd edition Pathfinder, I'm pretty sure Pathfinder. I've had some Pathfinder battles that have dragged on, in real lifetime for the better part of an hour. But that's just because, it's like, oh, this guy does this now, and if you're doing that, these guys will,
some battles can drag on depending on who's in there, so.
Yeah.
Like ours.
It all depends on the players and what's realistically going to happen when this guy does this.
I think it took you guys a while to beat the pumpkin-headed people.
It did.
Because
it wasn't an hour or anything like that. It was probably 20, 30 minutes maybe.
Well, yeah, that's because I put a lot more of them against you because you raided their village pretty much.
Yeah.
So,
I can't remember how. I think I have 2 hit points left.
Yeah, you guys are in some serious trouble unless you figure out a way out of that spot that you got stuck in.
Yeah, I don't want to die.
You may die. I may get a total party kill.
I don't like that. No. Don't do it, Vince. Think of the 5-star ratings.
I might get a 5-star rating for just a total party kill. You never know that.
Yeah, I would give you a 5-star rating for that. It'd be like impressive.
Just think, if I kill everyone, then I don't have to bother DMing anymore. That's the end of the game.
Then we can. That reminds me. What edition of Ninja Burger did you get?
2nd.
Awesome. Okay, I will totally be up for running a one-shot Ninja Burger AP podcast.
Okay.
Because the game, it's not going to take more than 45 minutes.
If it's anything like how it was in Gamers, except that was pizza, but in Gamers, the movie, that looked like it would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, the ninjas. That was. I don't know if that's an actual game or if that's. I think my roommate knows.
I thought that Ninja Pizza game was a spoof of Ninja Burger.
I think it's an actual game.
Oh, it is? I didn't know that.
I think so. I'll have to look around and see.
Oh.
Hold on. He's asking me. What in the Gamers 2? That ninja game they're playing. Is that a real game? He doesn't know. He's failed me.
He failed his throw.
I'm gonna deprive him of dinner or something. I don't know.
Oh.
I have no punishment that will suffice. I won't do the dishes for like 3 days.
Hey, so are you actually kind of pumped? I don't know if you like any superhero stuff or comic books or anything, but do you?
I'm not an avid comic book fan, but I'm a casual fan. I've actually got back into them recently with Red Robin. That's
Yum.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, but I'm kind of getting all pumped for this new TV show called The Cape that's coming out.
Huh? The Cape.
Yeah, it's going to be on NBC starting in January. Yeah, I'll send you.
I'm gonna look this up because I actually don't have. Oh, it's got Summer Glau in it. I love Summer Glau.
Yeah, so supposedly it's this 1 hour drama on NBC, which will probably last about 5 episodes before they cancel it when they realize it's not Heroes.
Yeah. Oh, Keith David? Okay.
Seriously, Keith David's in this too?
Yeah, Keith David is in this. If you go to NBC.com/the-cape,
dude,
that's the website for it. You'll see it's got Summer Glau, it's got that dwarf who is in everything lately. I swear this guy, I don't know what his name is. He's bald and has a soul patch and is a little person. But he is in friggin' everything.
Oh, Summer Glau, what the hell was she in recently that I've seen?
Firefly.
Yeah, but she was also in something else too.
Terminator. The Fox Terminator show.
Oh, that's right, she was the really, really hot robot.
That she was.
She was a hot Terminator girl, yep.
Summer Glau, if you're listening, call me or email me at SaveOrDiePodcast at gmail.com.
You know Tress Glover's going to be annoyed now. What was the dwarf guy what's his name?
I don't know what his name is, but he's like in everything.
Is he in this?
Recently. Yeah, he's in this. Like it's got that weird like flash banner that every website has nowadays.
Because I'm looking at
streaming stuff.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia for this. I'm trying to figure out Vinnie Jones. No.
Maybe. See the cast.
I sent you the link for the Wikipedia.
Okay. But yeah, I see Keith
there
David.
he is. Yeah, Martin Kilba. He looks like a little short guy with a bald guy with the earrings.
Yeah. That guy is in everything.
He was in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, he was in that. He was in Scrubs.
Yeah. Cradle
as
to the Grave.
One of the janitors.
He was in iCarly and Drake and Josh.
Hey man, iCarly, surprisingly entertaining. That show, I've gotten a few laughs out of that. I have little sisters who are at the age, so anytime they're watching TV.
Sure, yeah, sure.
Okay, I love Miranda Cosgrove. She's entertaining. No,
yeah, I bet.
I have 2 little sisters. They're 11 and 9. My dad he knows like every episode of iCarly ever. He'll be like, oh, I've seen this one. This is the one where Sam and Carly do that thing and then bad stuff happens. So pretty much every show.
So basically this Cape thing is kind of like the Batman premise, only he's not rich. He's a cop that got framed. And he has to go clearing his name, and he gets separated from his wife and kid because he's disgraced pretty much. And he's given a special suit, and he vows to get rid of corruption and crime in the city. So he's kind of like Batman, but he's not like rich like Batman.
Yeah, kind of reminds me more of Nightwing. Because Dick Grayson, he moved to Bloodhaven, and then... So this is where my comic book nerdism comes out. But he moved to Bloodhaven, and he became a cop. And he would get like inside scoops on what crime deals were going down because, he was a cop. And I'm editing this Wikipedia article because I found a grammatical error.
You're such a dork.
They put the period after the quotation mark. That's not how that works. That's not how quotation marks work, Wikipedia.
Okay, Crispy, relax. But I'm kind of excited about this show because I love superhero shows, especially. I love watching, and you're gonna say about it, but I love watching Smallville. So,
you know what? I watch Smallville every night, every week religiously for like 4 years. Then I stopped watching Smallville, and then I'll pick up Wizard at work every once in a while, and I'll look through, and I'm like, what the hell happened to Smallville?
Dude, Smallville is like so cool this season.
That's what it's the final season, and like Green Arrow looks amazing. That guy who they got to play Green Arrow, the Aquaman.
Yeah, the Aquaman reject.
Weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's really cool because they're like bringing in all the superheroes. They had like the Justice Society of America at one point. They keep alluding to the uniform, the Superman outfit he's supposed to wear.
Yeah, because now he has like a shirt that has like the S on it, doesn't it? But it's black.
Yeah, he's kind of dressed like Batman right now.
Yeah.
But
that actually reminds me, there was a new Superman comic, graphic novel that just came out called Superman Earth 1. That, like, as I'm reading it, I'm not a huge Superman fan. I like Superman. I'm not one of the haters.
No,
I prefer Batman. Like older Batman, though, not the really weird, grim, dark Batman where he hates all the other heroes and whatnot. But, so, like, Superman Earth 1 is basically, I'm reading this, it's Smallville, the graphic novel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Well, Smallville was based off of a graphic novel of Superman anyway.
Huh.
Yeah, that was just... It was an alternate reality of Superman. That's why it's kind of messed up.
Ah. Yeah, I was, like, I love Smallville 4 or 5 years ago. Like, I would watch it, and my friend Armando and I would watch it, and the next day, like, while we were waiting for the bus for high school, would talk about Smallville. But then, I guess I think when Lois Lane got introduced, that season was the last one I watched, and it just kind of was going downhill a little bit. I was actually surprised to find out that it's still on the air.
Yeah, it's his last season. Dude, I watch it because a lot of the chicks are hot.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Especially as when they brought in Supergirl.
I have not seen who plays Supergirl yet. I'm going to go with IMDb and look it up.
Yeah, you might want to because she's a really hot-looking blonde. And she's wearing
like Lois Lane. The girl who plays Lois on there. So good. Yeah, Kristen Krug.
Lana Lang. That was
Lana Lang.
She was hot, too.
Chun-Li.
Yeah.
That movie is terrible. Like, not even... I love terrible movies, as I've probably said a couple times on the podcast. That movie was bad. Like...
So did you...
So bad.
Yeah. Ms. Ward was really bad. So, since you were during that age, you were watching all those, did you have a crush on Charisma Carpenter watching Buffy?
Yes. Oh, Charisma Carpenter. I love her. I loved... Angel is probably... It's like top 5 for television shows.
Angel, really?
Yeah, I loved Angel. Wesley, like I'm a huge Wesley fan. I just love that guy.
That guy was such a dork.
I know, that's why I love him. He was so lovable. But then he becomes super badass. Like season 4 to 7 of Angel, like after if anyone hasn't seen Angel in the last 12 years, you know, spoiler alert, when he steals Connor and he gets his throat cut.
Yeah.
And then he's in that... Oh, that's such a good show. And then later, after they're Wolfram and Hart, and they find Connor again, and they have that wizard who reversed reality so that Connor never existed, and Wesley feels betrayed. He's like, oh, something's not right. And then he undoes reality. I was like, oh, man.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Laura Vandervoort. Lord?
What's that?
The chick who plays Supergirl.
Yeah.
Yes, she is like whoa.
I left the recording while I was gone, so I hope you didn't say anything.
I didn't.
Oh.
Just the whistle.
Okay. Yeah, she's hot, isn't she?
She is. Wow. She really does look like Supergirl, though. Like, it's pretty spot on casting.
Yeah.
So back on comic books, have you do you read? Are you a comic book fan? Have you been reading anything with Batman?
The Return of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I've missed that. I'm trying to find where that came. But I read the issue 17 or Red Robin, and suddenly he's back. I was like, what? So I'm searching through all the different comic books and graphic novels trying to find it.
Well, Batman died at the end of, I think, Final Crisis.
Yeah, he dies at the end of Final Crisis after he shoots Darkseid with a proton bullet or whatever it was.
Right.
But then well, he didn't die. He was lost in time.
Yeah.
Like, that was well established. But I don't know. Last I had read in the Grant Morrison Batman and Robin comics that he's been doing,
Yes.
they went to England and teamed up with Squire and Knight and Batwoman. And they were going to take a failed clone that Darkseid's minions left. Comic books, oh god. And they were going to resurrect him in a Lazarus pit. And it failed. But that was the last that I had seen of, the resurrecting of Batman. So I don't know when he came back. I'm trying to find it.
He came
but
back.
I haven't been able to.
It's in one of the Batman and Robins he came back. And there was a 4-part miniseries called The Return of Bruce Wayne.
All right. See, I missed those.
And now he's... latest thing he did was he made an announcement saying that he was... I think he made an announcement saying he was Batman, and now he's funding an organization called Batman Incorporated.
I've seen the ads for Batman Inc.
Yeah.
Which is... Because, Tim Drake, third Robin, who's now Red Robin, he's got his Neon Knights, which is his youth group.
Yeah. And
they're going to team up with Batman Inc.
Jeez. I remember, what was it in, I don't know, did you read Darkest Night?
I didn't read Darkest Night. There's I have all the volumes though at work. Because there's a lot of Darkest Night stuff.
Yeah,
I know the gist of Darkest Night with the Black Lanterns and the zombified people.
It was funny because, I don't know, this is the only thing I remember from Blackest Night, which is pretty sad, but the only thing I remember that it was Batman, Robin, and Red Robin. And Batman, he kept saying, like, he was talking over the intercom when Red Robin was near him and Robin was away. He kept saying, "Robin, do this." And he's like, "What?" And he goes, "Not you, the other Robin." And he kept doing that they kept playing that joke over and over again. To the point that I started laughing because he'd be like, "Robin, what? Not you."
What do you think of Damian Wayne?
The guy from In Living Color?
No, that's Damon Wayans.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Damian Wayne, the son of Batman.
I don't know.
The newest Robin. I love him. I think he's a hoot. He's like I have a friend who calls him a 50-year-old man.
Yeah.
In a 12-year-old's body.
He reminds me
but he's so pompous.
You know what he reminds me of? Remember the Teen Titans cartoon?
Yeah.
He reminds me of that Robin for some reason. Maybe because of the way he was drawn and the way he acts. I don't know. It just reminds me of that
I can
Robin.
see the way he was drawn. Yeah. He's got this I read an issue of Supergirl recently where Supergirl and Damian team up, and he's just insulting her, and she can't do anything right. And I'm like, this is great. He's hilarious. Yeah, I think he's really he's a breath of fresh air. I think because you have your Robins before. Jason Todd got a little Jason Todd got a little pompous towards leading up to a death in the family, but no other Robin has been that mouthy and rude.
They were supposed to do a TV show after Smallville went off the air called The Graysons.
I think I remember this.
Yeah, it was supposed. It got the green light, but then they came to their senses and they canceled it after, I guess, a testing with an audience.
Yeah, I remember 6 or 7 years ago they were gonna do a Nightwing TV show with Dean Cain as Nightwing, but I don't think that ever got greenlit. I read about it in Wizard, but I don't think they ever did anything with that.
No,
I think they had some mock-ups of Dean Cain in the Nightwing costume. Let me look this up. But yeah, nothing happened. They had the Birds of Prey thing as well.
What's going to be awesome, 2011 towards the end, I think it's HBO's producing it, but they're doing a Punisher TV show.
I would watch that.
I would watch that too, especially if it's on HBO.
Yeah.
Because that means they'll leave all the good killing and cursing in, so. And that's the only way the Punisher could be, so.
Yeah, here it is. Oh no, it's Danny Arroyo. I guess.
That's not even close.
Who's Danny Arroyo?
I recognize the name. I don't remember what he's in, though.
I don't know. It looks bad. This Nightwing costume looks bad.
Did it ever get off the ground?
I don't know. I just found I just typed in Dean Cain Nightwing into Google image search. But I'm sending you this picture. It's okay, but the T-shirt with the Nightwing symbol on it is just not good. They should have did something different.
Oh, I recognize this guy. What the hell was he in?
I don't know. Like I know the name. I got IMDb open. Let me look it up.
Yeah, that is a pretty bad Nightwing costume.
Yeah, like the leather jacket's okay, but
He looks like some dude that just like put a patch on his shirt and put on a leather jacket and a crappy mask. Right?
yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Jump to actor. He was in nothing I remember.
List off something, the most recent.
Most recent was he's going to be in something called Bottled Secrets, but then other than that, he's in Kill Katie Malone, The Resistance, which was a TV series. He was in a movie called Groupie, Repo Chick, Spring Breakdown, My Own Worst Enemy, Hotel California, Street. Yeah, none of that. Oh, he was in General Hospital.
Oh, that's where I've not heard him from.
He was in the Predator video game that came out 5 years ago.
Oh, that means he's awesome then.
He was in ER.
Oh, maybe that's where I heard him from then. ER.
Maybe.
I love ER. Like the show tanks after like Clooney and everybody leaves, and they're like, screw it, we're gonna cancel the show, but let's hire like a really washed up cool actor like John Stamos, and then like the show goes through the roof with ratings. But they
I don't think you realize chicks love John Stamos.
I know, and they didn't realize it, but they already set the show to be canceled, so they kind of bit themselves in the ass on that one. And people were pissed because, like, oh, John Stamos, and it was all getting back into it, and oh well.
He was in Lethal Weapon 4.
He was. That's been word on the place because I saw that a bunch of times.
Lethal Weapon 4 is good. That's the one with Jet Li. He's Gomez. Holy crap! He was in an episode of Step by Step.
Nice. Did you?
Yeah, he has not been in anything. Like,
How did Dean Cain's name get involved with Nightwing?
I don't know. I just remember seeing a mock-up in an old issue of Wizard, like probably 6 years ago.
Speaking of back to comics, did you read any Frankencastle?
No, I've not even heard of that.
It's a Punisher comic. What happened was the Punisher like died. Craven.
Yeah, the Hunter.
Yeah, the Wolverine reject. He pretty much he killed the Punisher. He like sliced him into like a billion parts.
Jeez.
And then like they left him to die. So like these monsters from Monster Island picked up the Punisher parts and sewed him back together. And he had like this
I get it.
Frankencastle. Yeah, and he had like this massive arm and leg and everything, and he was all patched together with like this tube system on him that was like that.
Like
and
a Darth Vader kind of thing.
Yeah, and he was like, "I'm Frankencastle." Unless he took this injection or this pill, he would be like, "I'm Frankencastle. I must kill," and he would just destroy everything. But if he took the pill, it like would control his rage enough so he can think. And then he found like this like basically what his whole thing was, he had to fight for the monsters so he can protect them because there was these people hunting the monsters on Monster Island. And so he protected them, and then he found like this soul gem or something, or some type of gem, and then he magically whisked away back to New York, and he was like whole again as a regular Punisher. And that's how they ended Frankencastle, to reboot the Punisher.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. That reminds me of there's an alternate universe DC comic where Batman is an actual, like, he's a vampire.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the vampire Batman.
I like Earth 2 stuff.
What is on Earth 2?
The evil reverse of everything.
Oh, like Uberman.
Ultraman.
Ultraman, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I was thinking Ubermensch, which is... Yeah, Ultraman, where he's Nazi Germany,
Yeah.
Superman, and he fought for the Nazis, and
Yeah,
he wants to kill everything.
It's real. I like the Earth 2 stuff. It's really cool how they reversed everything.
I haven't gotten around to reading Red Sun yet, which is where he gets raised by
The Soviets,
the Russians. Yeah.
Did that one just come out?
I hear it's really good.
Did that one just come out?
No, Red Sun's been out for a while. I just haven't picked it up. I'm lazy when it comes to reading comics.
That's right.
Books.
You work at Borders. You should get a pretty good discount on graphic novels.
I do. We have a program where we basically get to check out books for a couple weeks and read them.
They let you guys do that?
Yeah. If you don't bring them back, you have to pay for them. But
wow, when I read comics, because I don't really buy comics anymore, because I have an iPad, so I read it on my iPad.
Oh, cool.
And
fancy.
Yes. So when I used to have comics, I used to roll the crap out of them, or it would. I was never one of those people to hold the comic with tweezers and read it and everything. I'd read a comic how you were supposed to read. You flip it open, you flip the page, you turn it upside down, you look at it.
Yeah.
I didn't do any of that saving crap or.
I still have my dad's old comic books from the 70s. They're all in terrible condition, but it's nice to have them.
Comics aren't worth anything today.
No, not really. I think there's too much of a collector's market.
Comics from the 80s, maybe. Comics from the 70s, yes. 60s, oh yeah.
Well, like I said, these are my dad's old comics where they're I've got stuff from 1974, but they're all stuff from when he was a kid. He's 74, he would have been 9, something like that. I don't know how old he is. I always forget. He's just old man to me. But he's got Superman comics that were 15 cents and Avengers comics that he paid 5 cents for. They've got that stamp on them that says still only 5 cents. And old Archies and Jughead and stuff like that.
So what are you getting, or what did you wish for Christmas this year?
That's the hardest question every year. I never know. I would like $1 million money. I would like all the money. That would be a good one.
No, you're not getting $1 million. Sorry.
I don't know, man. I'd like to find a birthright box, because mine is missing some stuff just from over the years of. I inherited my birthright box from my friend Charlie.
Right.
And no. What had happened? I bought Birthright. He bought Ravenloft, but he got a Ravenloft set that didn't have the tarot cards. Mine had cards, and I didn't think to look because I was 14 and didn't know any better. That the cards that came with it were actually the cards that were supposed to come with Birthright. Birthright, yes, right. Birthright. Getting up in the ghetto up in here. No. So, I've been looking around for Birthright box sets, but, I don't really have anything.
Interesting.
Yeah. Practical stuff is what I always ask for, like socks and underwear and shoes.
Holiday road.